Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black people. I hope that all is well in your world. And this day is a fantastic day for you and all of your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful black loved ones. Beautiful black people. America. America is a dumpster fire. America is a dumpster fire. And perhaps the dumpster fire was ignited by people who only consider their needs instead of thinking about the greater good. Get that? I'm talking about white folks. They only consider their needs and they forget about the needs of the greater good. Whether it is a global pandemic, whether it is economic anxiety, or the prospect of a post-election free for all created by that idiot named Trump. You're going to have to pick a team, racist white folks. That 100 million of those white folks that are Trump supporters, and the other white folks that are silent, giving your consent to all that Trump, his administration, and the Republican Party are doing to our country, to our planet, to us, each one of us, every day. You are going to have to pick a team to represent you in this great American bullshit show. You're going to have to choose a team to represent you in this great American bullshit show. The choice isn't between Democrats or Republicans. The choice is not between liberals or conservatives, or even white versus black. It is not white folks against indigenous people. It is not indigenous people, people of color who use the correct bathroom and have missionary position sex for Jesus. You have to make a choice between good and evil, right versus wrong. That's where the choice have to be made. It would be easy for you white folks to pick a team if it was white folks versus black folks, or white folks versus indigenous folks, Native Americans, or white folk versus people of color. That choice would be easy for you racist, silent, vicious white folks. Here are your real choices. People who believe Black Lives Matter, or people who aren't bothered by videos of black people, black folks, getting shot in the face. People that are not bothered by videos of black folks being suffocated with a white boy's knee on the neck while the black person is begging for his life. Choice number 2 would be, do you want lower taxes or poor people have access to well-funded schools, community resources, living wages, higher education, and affordable health care? That has to be one of the choices that you will have to make, racist white folks. A global pandemic that disproportionately kills poor folks or wearing a mask to Walmart. You have to make a choice. Another choice would be guns versus guns, but with some common sense rules. Guns versus guns, but with some common sense, human input rules. What about the right to vote? Or the right to vote if you have an ID? What if you have never committed a crime or employed by a company that will let you off work, live in a white neighborhood, and don't mind waiting in line? Those are choices that you will have to make. Or would your choice be Lowry, Lawry, Lowry salt versus a dash of salt? Would those be appropriate choices? I think so. And you 100 million racist white folks, and you silent white folks that are silent, why don't you consider doing what black folks do? Now that your country is a dumpster fire, your country is in flames, you will need someone to show you how to survive the fire. Black folks, people that look like me, are experts in surviving fires. Although there are many people who have endured hardship and suffering, there's only one group of people whose record proves them worthy of your allegiance, white folks. There's only one group of people that have a record that proves us worthy of your allegiance. And that group is the team of black folks, people that look like me. This is not to say that white folks aren't survivors. They survived the bloodiest conflict in American history. But they were fighting white folks. They were fighting white folks. They survived the Great Depression because the New Deal simply took the tax dollars paid by black Americans and built the white middle class. Remember that? The Great Depression, where white folks took the tax dollars paid by black folks and built the white middle class, ignoring the needs of black folks. They barely make it through the horrific tan suits, terrorist fist bumps, and hidden birth certificates during the Obama presidency. And all they had to show for it was free health care, a healthy economy, an international climate change agreement, a nuclear-free Iran, and 5 Rihanna albums. They barely made it through the horrific tan suits that President Obama wore. They barely made it through the terrific fist bumps that was called terrorist fist bumps by you racist white folks. And the so-called hidden birth certificates of President Obama during the Obama presidency. And all Obama had to show after his presidency was free health care, a very healthy economy, an international climate change agreement to save our climate, to save our planet, a nuclear-free Iran, and 5 Rihanna albums. Black folks, on the other hand, survived slavery. Black folks survived the Civil War. Black folks survived Reconstruction. Black folks survived separate but equal. Black folks survived the Red Summer of 1919. Black folks survived redlining. Black folks survived the Civil Rights Movement. Black folks survived Nixon and his administration. Black folks survived the war on drugs. Black folks survived Ronald Reagan and his racist ass. Black folks survived the dumb Bushes, George W. Bush and George H.W. Bushes. And today, black folks are surviving Trump. Black folks are surviving Trump and his tribe called the Republican Party. And we did it. We did it with twice the unemployment of black folks. We did it with unequal schools. We did it with lower pay. We did it with housing inequality. We did it with financial discrimination. We did it with racial terrorism and no health care, black folks survived. And just as she did during Trump's reign of terror, Rihanna released very little music during the Reconstruction. See, white folks, we've been doing this shit forever. We have been surviving forever. We have been doing this shit forever, white folks. So my suggestion to you is to do what black people, what black folks have done for 401 years. Put on your survival mind, your survival mentality, and survive it. And survive it as we have been doing since the inception